what is pay for success? So at a very basic level, pay for success, and I have an animation. This exhausts my PowerPoint skills, so I have to tell you. So at its core, pay for success is a financing structure to capture downstream government savings to fund upstream community investments. So the work that we do, the work that you do, generates savings that accrue, or value, it's a better way to think about it, but you can think about it as savings, that accrues to government, usually, not necessarily. It could accrue to some other organization or institution. You can think about an insurance company, a health insurance company. If you can find a way to reduce hospital admissions among a target population, say asthmatic kids, if you can reduce the number of kids with asthma that go to the hospital with asthma emergencies, that saves their health insurance company significant amounts of money. So it doesn't have to be government. It can be an insurance company. It can be a foundation. The better way to think about it is where does the benefit accrue? And identifying that person as the payer, that organization as the payer in the transaction. Just for simplicity's sake, I've sort of focused in on government in this graphic. Obviously, it's more complicated than that. There are two main ingredients in pay-for-success contracts of all kinds. The first is a performance-based contract. So the best way to think about that is you have a nonprofit, usually, who agrees to deliver some kind of outcome. Let's say that outcome is an increase in the high school graduation rate in a low-income school. Let's say it's a 50% increase in the graduation rate over the course of 5 years. Government values that outcome, and they agree to pay that nonprofit $10 million if they actually pull it off and can deliver a 50% increase in the high school graduation rate over that predetermined period of time. Once that contract is in place, an independent impact auditor is brought into the transaction to certify whether or not that organization delivered the outcome that they promised contractually to deliver. That's a really important piece of any pay-for-success contract, and the independence of that auditor is also important and something that I'd like to get into in the question and answer session after the presentation. And then again, just to emphasize the point, government only pays for success. If you fail to deliver that 50% increase in the graduation rate, you don't get anything. So the key to making this work, because there's money at the end of the rainbow, there's that $10 million at the end of the rainbow, the key to making this work is that nonprofit has to go out into the world and raise private bridge financing, so to pay for their ongoing operations for that 5-year period of the contract. So they will raise that private financing from banks, foundations, philanthropists, impact investors, it doesn't matter. The terms of that financing, this is an oversimplification, but these are just 3 that I think are particularly important. The difficulty of achieving success is going to be a material factor. Are we talking about increasing the graduation rate by 50% or 5%? That's going to affect the riskiness of the investment and the terms of the financing. The track record of the service provider, of the nonprofit, is this something that you've been doing for 10 years? Do you have an evidence-based model that you can share with me before I invest in your program? Or are you the new kid on the block with a great idea but ultimately untested? That's going to affect the terms of the financing. And then the length of the contract. What's the time horizon? Is it 5 years? Is it 1 year? Is it 18 years? That's going to again have a material effect on the financing. And then again, to emphasize the point, the investors bear the risk that the nonprofit will succeed or fail in delivering the outcome. If they do successfully deliver the outcome, government pays for that outcome, and the nonprofit uses that reward to pay back the investor plus a return. If the outcome isn't achieved, there's no money to pay back the investor, so the investor is exposed to potentially a full loss. Which is why, as you'll see in some of these examples, and we can talk about this more, and particularly in the context of philanthropy's role, most of the deals so far have some form of credit enhancement associated with them, because asking investors to be fully exposed to the downside risk has been, up until this point, kind of a deal killer, a non-starter. So hopefully over time, as the market matures, that need for credit enhancement will get smaller and smaller. But for now, it's a significant piece of any pay-for-success contract.